Welcome to another edition of Keezy Reels, y'all. This is Keezy coming in with your favorite short segments on what's actually going on in life, NBA, and the actual NFL. That started now. Um, Fresh out the barbershop. Thank y'all for tuning in. Today, it's a long-winded topic that I think that everybody kind of has an argument about, but it's something that I wanted to talk about real quick. And in the NBA, Coach of the Year. So, Coach of the Year actually was this guy, Nick Nurse. I think the Coach of the Year should have been this guy, Billy Donovan. And I'll tell you why. So, Billy Donovan, he Billy Donovan was a heck of a coach this year. Heck of a coach. Nick Nurse got all the accolades because he lost Kawhi Leonard, and they still, um, made it to the second seed. Had a better record than they did last year with Kawhi. Although last night they just got eliminated. He's still a heck of a coach, great coach. Doesn't think he gets enough credit. But Billy Donovan, this guy, deserves all the credit, because not only did he lose a star, like, well, lose, he lost a superstar in Kawhi Leonard. Um, Billy Donovan actually lost two stars, which is equivalent to a superstar. So he lost Paul George and Russell Westbrook in the same off season. He had coached them to, I believe it was at the fourth or fifth seed in the West. That's a heck of a job. With only one star, Chris Paul. I don't think Chris Paul is a superstar. I think Chris Paul is a star. Um, Mainly because just the leadership qualities that he had. I think he made Billy Donovan's job that much more easier, as he played with a bunch of just guys that just wanted to play. They have a great team. They had a team aspect. Like, their team this year was really good, but I don't think Billy Donovan gets enough credit because he lost two stars in the same off season. Although he got assets back, um, he definitely showed to me that he's a heck of a coach. And teams should give him a look now that he's a free agent to coach other teams. Billy Donovan comes from a pretty good pedigree. I mean, he was a great coach in college. He was successful in college. He got guys to play, um, and I do think that he would be a great addition to a team that's young, that um, might need that little push out of the Sixers. I know in my previous episode I talked about Sam Cassell being, like, the right fit. I still think that's the case, but I do believe that the Sixers might need to look at Billy Donovan as give him a look at least. He's definitely worth a look based off of what he did with that Oklahoma City team this year. Showed a lot of grit. I mean, they grinded out this year. Chris Paul was, amazing for them. He brought out, like, the best, and just guys that you just don't hear about. I mean, about SGA because he was traded for Paul George. You hear about, Gallinari. He was traded for Paul George, but guys like Dort, like Schroeder, who just, popped up out of nowhere and started playing and balling out like he used to when he was in Atlanta. Um, I just think that he's just a great coach, great coach. Don't get me wrong, Nick Nurse, heck of a coach. First year, winning the championship. Although he did have an all-world player in Kawhi Leonard, he turned around and came back and, ran it to a game 7 with Boston, which he was overmatched. Let's be honest. Boston probably should have wiped the floor with them. But Nick Nurse got a lot out of his players. Never underestimate the heart of a champion. And he definitely uh, had a great coaching. But I think that Billy Donovan deserved it this year, just because I think he lost more, um, and just like because he's rebuilding a whole team, and that's something that you just don't see. I know um, Nurse had a ton of people coming back. He only lost Kawhi Leonard, so and I'm not saying only, even though he's all world, but you gotta think like this, like the coach of the year. I think it goes deeper than just record, deeper than just like all the stars aligning, things like that. Yes, Nick Nurse was probably my runner up this year, but I do think Billy Donovan should have won it. Shout out to my homie Will, who we talked about this, offline or whatever, and I thought it was pretty good. But we both decided that we each agreed that Billy Donovan was the coach of the year. So that's our episode for this week. Don't forget to tune into Underground Real Sports podcast, which I am the host, along with my homie Damon, my homie Taji. Shout outs to them. Don't forget to look out the Underground Real Road podcast. We talk about life, real situations, just real stuff. Don't forget to tune into that anywhere where you get your podcasts and platforms. We just actually recorded a new episode not that long ago. Really, actually released 2 this week. So make sure y'all tune in to those actual podcasts along with this. Hit the subscribe button. We can talk about it. Leave me your comments. Tell me what y'all want me to talk about, and I'll keep giving you guys good content. So that's the episode for today. Hope y'all like it. Tune in next time for another episode of Keezy Reels, and I'm out. Peace.